What's up, everyone? It's Friday. We have some awesome news in the chat room. Sled Dog is off of parole. Way to go there, my man. Now go out there, smoke a joint, and raise hell. Go pillage. Do whatever you need to do. You're off parole. Go kick some ass. It's awesome to hear, man, that you're off of parole. And great news. Great news. First, we have a alert again. Texas Biker Radio, get over there and subscribe. We got to get them to at least 1,000 subscribers. We are halfway there, so kick butt. But them little piglets are at it right now.
I'm Moss, Texas Biker Radio, Sons of Liberty Riders MC, U.S. Defenders. Hey, Dallas profiling operations have begun. It started last night. They were pulling bikers over. The operations are centered over off of 20 and Bonneview Road. Now, in case you don't know where that is, that's on the south side of Dallas. It's in between 45 and the Flying J. Most everybody that lives around here knows where the Flying J is on 20. So if you don't want to be profiled or put into their database, avoid that area. And, this operation said all riders coming into Dallas. So you keep your head on a swivel. Know that you may be stopped and profiled. Know that you have to have your house in order, your bike inspected, your insurance card in your billfold, your everything up to snuff.
And there you go. So you know, anybody in the Texas, Dallas area, Fort Worth, their operations have begun. And it's not only for club members, guys. You just heard Popeye say it. It's all bikers. They are making a database up there. And you better watch your asses down in Texas, man, because they are going damn plain crazy down there. Them freaking freaks, man. Freaks down there, them police. Let me tell you. I always laugh, man. It's freaking billfolds and stuff. We call it wallets up here. But anyway, get over to Texas Biker Radio. You'll get these kind of updates from Popeye and OG over at Texas Biker Radio. Let's go, guys. Let's get them up to at least 1,000. He's halfway there. Let's build that channel up because he's always out there letting people know what's going on and fighting for your rights. Now, a sad story. This one actually brought a tear to my eye today. Everybody knows we love veterans, and we also love our firefighters. We love our paramedics. They a beer up to that man and his family and all our firefighters and our paramedics out there that put their lives at risk. While we're running out, they're running in. Best freaking people on earth. I tell you what, especially when I was having a lot of seizure activity and stuff, our local fire department was always there for me. And even though I was a prick during a seizure, you don't know what the hell you're doing. You're throwing fists and shit like that. They were the best people. So hats off to that family, and much prayers, but he's out there saving lives even after his is ended. So go up there and shake a hand of a firefighter or a paramedic and give them some props for what they do. Some good stuff right there. Brought a tear to my eye. But right now, Daytona has, before I get into that, Dan Thompson, 81 Birdo's supporter in the house, $2 super chat. Thanks a lot for that, Dan. It seems like your wife lets you come play with all the rest of us kids tonight. How you doing, Southern Belle? John Brown Narc. Okay, whatever. Let's see here. So just like the picture, I am on an uphill ride. Rock on. Let's see here. Ironhead. Who? Rock and roll. But anyway, we got Daytona coming up, and it started today actually, and I bet the titties are flying right now. Anyway, that's why I went to these damn kind of events. I'm not much into the big corporation events anymore as I am into the smaller rallies. I love the smaller rallies because it helps support local business, and you don't have to pay $10 for a fucking beer. But coming up June 7th, we got the A-Bait Motorcycle Awareness Runs. Are you a member of A-Bait yet? If you're not, why? What the hell's wrong with you? Get out there. It's only $25 a year and join A-Bait. I'm with the Michigan A-Bait chapter, but there is chapters all over the country. Each state has one. They are out there for motorcycle rights, the whole 9 yards, and they know how to party. Let me tell you, party do these people. Let me tell you. But the ride will be going. We're going to be making a circle around Lake Michigan. We're going to head up through Wisconsin, all the way up to the upper PI or upper peninsula of Michigan, head into Wolverine, have a good party out there, and then come back around. So get your asses to this ride. We got Black Dragon coming up from Georgia, so we're going to have a hell of a time, man. Hell of a time. What'd you guys think about that? You know what? That spoof video I did yesterday with BD, man. We did that prank call. Finally got the man to swear, let me tell you. But anyway, Daytona. Here's some of the stuff you can expect down there. Ugly, if you ask me. Sinister's out there, man. I know Sinister is freaking loving that one, man. That's a beauty right there, isn't it, Sinister? I hate them big wheel bikes, man. They're fucking obnoxious if you ask me. Hey, the paint scheme and all that stuff is good, but come on, these big wheels, when is this fad gonna die down? Thanks for that super chat, Southern Belle. I love you to death, girl. I really appreciate that. Nitrous bottle right there, baby. Oh yeah, blow some kisses there, honeys. just can't see spending $100,000 on a bike and not riding it, just bringing it to shows. It just defeats the purpose, if you ask me. There we go. Look at that front end, man. Look at that one, man. I would love to have a front end from Sugar Bear, boy. Thanks for that, Captain. Wrenchhead in the house. 987, baby. Those late fines are killing them. And that's what some of the stuff you can expect down in Daytona. I believe that's from last year. But it is a wild party down in Daytona. So have fun. Be safe. Watch out for the cagers. There's a lot of freaking accidents that happen at these major rallies. Mostly because of the inexperience of a lot of riders that go down there. So be careful, damn it. Be careful, I'm telling you. But next, I'll have up, we went undercover at the oldest Harley-Davidson dealership in the world, and boy, did I need Vaseline when I came out of that motherfucker. But here we go. This is the type of bike that they were selling when this dealership opened up.
To start it, I usually only use the right side fuel tank. You take the fuel cap off. And the reason we do that is the fuel cap acts as two purposes. It's also a pump.
Yep.
Okay? Suck the fuel up out of it.
Yep.
Okay? And then there's primer cups here and here. And then I also give a squirt inside to get it going.
Well, that's choke.
Choke. That folds up.
Yep.
And then the other floorboard on the right-hand side will fold up as well. And now we're ready to start pedaling. She wants to go. There it is. I think we're there. Give it just a little gas.
It's so cool to be able to see everything working, you know?
Yeah, yeah. You ready to ride?
All right.
Yeah, she'll calm right down. Once she warms up, you can hear it now. Listen to that.
Yeah, that's what they used to ride back then when this dealership opened house. Can I tell you, you have to freaking give these old-timers props for riding that kind of stuff, man. I hate kickstarts on modern bikes, but back then, what the hell you had to go through just to get a motorcycle? It's more like a bicycle, you know. They had the pedals, and it's funny because they started all those years back with that type of bike, and now because the younger generation, they ain't too much into the bigger bikes So now they got something coming out, I think it's in 2020, that is actually a bike with a freaking little motor on it. I guess Harley-Davidson, man, they're trying to go into all kinds of directions, try to get the younger people to come involved, get inside the motorcycle set. So, hey, that's cool, I guess. So, but, yeah, you know, I was talking about Vaseline, and, you know, and there's a reason why I had to have some Vaseline coming out of this freaking dealer. Now, see, I had the bike picked up just to do its 30,000 mile maintenance and shit like that, and, yeah, they got into that sucker, boy, and it costed me a lot more than that, but, let's take a look at the dealership and stuff, and, let's go through it. You know, China Doll's on the right now. She's just going around looking at the dealership, nice and clean. Me, I'm going into the service section. It's a really clean dealership. They said hello as soon as I came in. Hey, there's a freaking bike right there up on the freaking rack right now. But it's, you know, the employees were freaking wonderful. Let me tell you, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I went in there asking questions as a novice. That way, in case any novices are watching this video, they can learn something from these guys. So take a listen for a sec.
Paul's going to get his flashlight and show you the back one.
Right.
Yeah, I just did all the quote and everything.
Mm.
Yeah. Back one shows the chain and see how far it's through the tensioner already.
Right.
It's about halfway. So usually when it gets to that point or a little more is when they just don't wear through, they just crumble. And that chain, the metal plate here goes right into the chain, and all the metal just goes right through it.
So you gotta. We're talking about cam tensioners.
Take this whole thing out to get that back tensioner. So then you got to take the cams out to get that tensioner out of there.
Is single or dual?
Dual.
Go one more.
Yeah, there it is.
There you go. Yeah, then you can
See how far this one's worn in?
Yeah.
This one's not near as bad as the back one, but you can see that lip there. So when you get to that point, what happens, these little edges start breaking off.
Right.
And that's what starts getting pieces all through the motor. And there's no warning. I mean, it doesn't, you don't hear anything or feel anything.
So the parts are what, $500?
If we, to do
the upgrade for Screaming
if you
Eagle.
want to do the Screaming Eagle, which becomes all of this, these become hydraulic. So you don't have to change them again. You don't have to mess with this again. And that gives you a bigger oil pump, more volume, so you're going to have a bigger oil pump to it.
Basically, it was a Harley flaw, them
And
cocksuckers.
then, like I say, we replace those inner cam bearings just to be safe.
What else you see wrong on it right now?
Well, all the oils were full. So those are just turn signals? Most likely, I mean, by the way they heat treat.
Now, this is how I knew they were good, because I had purposely overfilled the oil to see if they would check
We
it.
didn't see them.
Because you don't want front turn signals, do you?
Fuck no.
You don't care. So, I'm pretty sure that's not a problem, but
So the oil wasn't changed at all.
well, yeah, it was way over full.
Right.
Dude, before I started it, remember, Paul?
Yeah,
It was right up to the top.
Yeah.
And so, you know, these things will...
And the transmission was over
Trans
full.
was way over full, too.
Aye.
So,
But yeah, that's kind of black. I don't know how many miles it was on it since it was done. But
right.
So they are honest. They are an honest dealership. They caught up. They caught every problem with it.
Have any problem?
These tipped?
Are they what?
Are these tipped right here? Any way to pull the fucking baffle out of these things?
I don't know if you can or not on those. I don't remember, Paul.
Nope.
Because those are Screaming Eagles.
They're in there, but the thing is, they're riveted.
Yeah, see what they did.
You can once you take them out, which is fine. We'd have to rejet her.
See, there's no short. There's not
How much for the rejet?
See, they put little heat shrink over the ends of them. And I can do it again, but they just put heat shrink on so there's no power going to be going looping through the camshaft.
Because you're going to drop some horsepower
Right.
once these come out. But it's about another hour to rejet it
Yeah.
if we drill
Yeah,
these.
'cause we
But
have to
I don't
open
even
that.
know if these are.
I wish you can get the freaking fishtail tips for it.
I don't know. If
Oh,
these,
right. Well, that's...
He's got the rivets in the front, but weren't
I
these
have to do some searching.
weren't these made in the back where you couldn't pull them?
I believe so.
I think these are where they spotted them back in here, and you can't get some. I think we did that one time. We beat the living shit out of it trying to get one out. Because it got the 2 rivets, but I think
Other than that, she all look good.
Well, yeah. As far as your looseness of this, these are all kind of a little bit.
I really like how they sat there, they explained everything. So a novice going in there, again, they're honest dealers, man. I really like them in there.
And the bars, you're always going to, with that long leverage.
No, I'm just talking about...
they're not that bad. I mean, I would try to tighten them up, but to get them...
No,
to make them much tighter, you're going to have to spend money on the different...
Instead of having the rubber, you just put the neoprenes in.
Neoprenes in, right.
No, they're fine, they're fine. I just want to make sure this fucker ain't breaking down and
the brake line was this brake line was run kind of wrong, and they kind of pinched it a little bit with these P clamps. So I'm going to route it right. It's got brand new brake pads on it.
Alright.
So you get there.
So it don't even need the 30 thou?
It's just a little bit. It's just the leverage of these bars. This originally came with a lower bar.
Oh yeah. So that's basically, that was the walkthrough through the world's oldest Harley-Davidson dealership, and hopefully the novices will learn something. I think I asked some novice questions. I think Ironhead asked why I didn't have the trams do it. They are backed up on builds right now, and I wanted to get this in, get it ready for everything going on this year that we have to do with Motorcycle Madhouse. But yeah, I think that when a novice walks in, they can ask questions and they spend time with you. A lot of Harley dealerships don't do that. They usually blow you off and shit. But this dealership, 1 out of 10, I have to give an 8. They're excellent customer service. Their freaking dealership is freaking amazing. They got this little freaking like 50s diner in there, and the employees again are just great. Paul, the service manager, has been an awesome guy, and again, they didn't try to sell me shit that I didn't need. I went in there, and here's a trick that I always do. I'll overfill all the fluids just to see if they check it. If they don't check it, get the fuck out of there with these people. But they did awesome. They checked everything. It was originally going in there for the 30 thou, and it ended up that the cam, I got to upgrade the tensioners because the shoes were all broke through, and it's an 01 and we ride that sucker. But if those cam shoes break, and you can ask Ironhead or Captain on the channel, get a hold of them. They're real good mechanics and stuff like that, and they'll be able to walk you through some of the problems maybe with your bikes, but they're real knowledgeable when it comes to this kind of stuff. But yeah, overall it was a great experience with Harley Davidson in Rockford. It's called Kegal Harley Davidson. You guys rock. I'll be seeing that bike in about a month's time after they get everything done with it. And yes, I am going Cali style, man, Cholo style. I'm just looking for some pipes right now, some exhaust, and she's getting good. I don't know, man. They're pulling off the cam tensioner. I'm thinking about going, upgrading the cams and shit. I don't know, man. Once they get in the engine stuff, I'm sitting here thinking, okay, wow, what the hell? And I'm dialing a number right now because we got a guest coming on, and he's going to describe his bike, and it is a kick-ass bike. Actually, hold on a second. Let me dial this real quick. Actually, it was his first bike at 50 years old. Let me get him on the phone. I really appreciate the super chats, guys. You guys are awesome.
Hello?
Dave, how you doing, man? This is Hollywood. You're on Motorcycle Madhouse.
What's going on, man?
Not much, buddy. We got your bike up on the screen right now. This is Dave Stephenson, and this is his first bike that he purchased. Am I correct, Dave?
Yep.
And was this one actually built, or what did you go through with this motorcycle?
I didn't actually build the bike. the original build. I wasn't even looking for a motorcycle when I got it. And what happened, a guy at work, he was going to be going to be a mechanic, wanted to buy my toolbox. Well, I didn't really want to sell it. Well, then he said he'd offer to sell me trade me his motorcycle. And I had to call a buddy of mine just to get it to the house because I never even rode a motorcycle in my life. And this was like the start of a journey, with a new journey at 48 years old on a hardtail.
Rock and roll, man. You know what? You got better freaking cojones than me, man, because them hardtails kill my back now.
Yeah, it's not the most comfortable ride. The most I've done on it is about 200 miles one way in a day.
Rock on. What got you into, deciding to buy the bike? You said you were about 50 years old when you first got it. What got you into the lifestyle?
It's just, I've just, growing up and, I've always wanted a Harley and, raising 4 kids, just never had a chance to get one. And, I've always been a, blue collar worker and, I had family who was in the military. And then when I got this and it had hand grenade and 50 cal suppressors for forward controls, and that's what made me just go ahead and go full military with the bike.
Rock on. I really love those ammo boxes that you have for, the saddlebags.
Yep.
That is pretty cool shit.
Yeah, when I got it, it had 223 ammo cans, but heck, you couldn't even fit a bottle of pop in it. So I got a hold of some 50 cal cans and put on there a little bit bigger, give me a little bit of room to put something. At least be able to put a cold drink or something in there, or whatever. But
right,
I had to do something, and I got hooked up with a guy down in Nixon. He's the one that did the airbrushing, Nathan Curry from Curry's Inc. And he just knocked it out of the park. I just gave him the idea, and he nailed it. Right. One of the things I love, what year is this Sporty? It's an 08 Paco frame with a 99 Buell 1203 in it.
Oh, rock on, man, rock on. You know what I love about the smaller hardtails is you can come up with anything that you can dream of, you can do.
Yeah, what's that now?
Whatever you can dream up on the smaller bikes, you can do. You got the sky is the limit as far as designing. Making the bike yours. And
I've got more I want to do to it eventually. I got more ideas I want to put on it.
Mm-hmm. What stuff you want to put on it? What do you got planned for it?
Well, the intake, the air intake there, it's just like a generic chrome intake. We're actually going to customize it and make it look like a Gatling gun.
Oh, shit. Rock on.
So the intake's going to be a Gatling gun, and we're going to air ride the seat. I'm going to put an airbag underneath the seat, make it a little bit more comfortable. Some are like coil over springs, and man, you might as well just have steel shocks back there.
Right. Now, John Brown asked, did you buy the bike or with the paint job, or was it after?
It's all been powder coated. Everything's powder coated. And it's all hand airbrushed.
It's all been hand airbrushed?
It's all, it was all done by hand. The guy that does it, it's all hand airbrushed, no stencils, no nothing.
Mm-hmm. Rock on.
He just does everything by hand on the airbrushing.
Right. Now, are those custom spokes on that, or is those just run-of-the-mill? Because I can't really see them from here.
On what, the spokes?
Yeah.
They're just run-of-the-mill, like, I think it's an 80. They're 80 spoke rims.
Now, those diamond cut?
No.
No? Okay. Rock on.
And that's something else I've been, thinking into, changing wheels on it, but I don't know. I might leave them on there.
Oh, they look tits to me, man, and I love that headlight setup you got on there.
But even like the starter, I didn't get a picture to you, but the starter is actually a hand grenade on this thing.
Get the hell out of here. You got a hand grenade for a starter?
Yeah, and even the forward controls are hand grenades and 50 cal suppressors. They're all, ex-military hand grenades. They've been deactivated, everything's pulled out of them, but they are real hand grenades and 50 cal suppressors on this bike.
Right. Now, were you a military?
No, I was not. My real dad was. He was in the war, and then my stepdad was also in the war.
Wow, rock on. We appreciate his service.
To more or less do a tribute.
Right. So you said, well, let's see here. Captain says he was going to say 90 spoke, but how many spoke was that one?
What was that? You broke up a little bit.
What is that? How many spokes are on that one?
I'm pretty sure they're 80.
80? Okay. Okay, rock on, rock on. Now, do you do any big, long hauls on this one?
No, the longest I rode on it is about 200 miles.
So it's a good in-town bar hopper, basically.
Right. It's just, I take it to bike shows and, rallies, stuff that around the area that I live. And like I said, I did a 100-mile ride, one way and then turned around, came right back. And that's the most I've done on it. But yeah, it's more or less a bar hopper, show bike for me.
Right.
I actually broke down a year ago and bought an 03 Ultra Classic just to give you something a little bit more comfortable to ride. Right.
Well, this thing is tits, man. Captain asked, how do you start a bike with a grenade?
Underneath the cap, there's actually a micro switch. You push down on the cap, and it applies the micro switch, which starts it.
Everybody's in there saying, pull the pin, and it goes bang.
Yeah, it was a little making of that to try to get it to work, and it took some time. And machine shop that I had drill it out, he cleared the shop, and he started drilling the cap, and it started smoking and fizzing a little bit.
Right.
So it had a little bit of residue in it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he knew it wasn't going to do nothing because everything's been been taken out of it. It's drilled, been all hollowed out inside. It was just a little bit of the fuse was still left in it.
Oh, okay. Hey, what size bars do you got on that?
I want to say they're 15-inch. There is some generic bars. They're not really a name brand on them.
Do what size risers you got?
Risers are 3-inch.
3-inch. So you're at about 18 then on that.
You're about 18 inches.
Rock on. Now
the seat sits low, but I'm a big guy. I mean, I'm 6'3", so I had to get the bars up.
Right. Now, people, because me, I have apes on my Fatboy and stuff, and I've always had apes on everything I've ever owned. And that's because me personally, I think it feels a lot more comfortable with the arms up than it does down. You know what I mean, on your back?
Yeah, I agree. You're not leaning forward either then.
Right. Yeah.
You're actually sitting back and relaxing, just got your hands just hanging on the bars. You just cruise right along, and there's no fatigue.
Right, exactly. Because a lot of people are like, well, don't your arms get tired and stuff like that? No, man, it's like the exact opposite when you have the ape hangers.
Yep.
I just can't come. You got forward controls on that since you're 6'3", I'm hoping, right? Because I can't see your controls from here.
Yeah, like I said, this is my first bike. Like I said, never rode before, and I mean, it's been a hell of a journey for the last 5 years.
Right. Now, did you take your M-Class license with this thing?
Yes, this is what I took my license on.
True shit right there. How was it going in the cones?
I was a little shocked when I pulled up on this thing.
Yeah.
Especially, straight pipes, the whole ball of wax. I mean.
Well, you know what? You don't got a fender on front that's kick-ass. No turn signals on the back that I can see. You got old school.
No, doesn't have to have them.
Right. You got old school freaking, like a 70s and 80s design going on.
Yeah, this has no turn signals on it whatsoever. No horn, no nothing. But being it's not a manufactured bike, I don't need them here in the state of Missouri.
Rock on, man. So what kind of looks you get when you're riding this sucker?
Oh, I get thumbs up everywhere. I mean, they just, people love it. And especially, if I go to shows and there's all military people walking around, I mean, they just dig it. It's the coolest thing they've ever seen. Rock on.
What shows have you taken it to?
It's just local ones around here, different shows around the area here that we go to. And, I mean, it's just been crazy. The first year, I think I ended up with like 13 trophies.
Oh, fucking A, man. 13?
Yeah, and then 2 years after building this, it ended up in Raw Bike Magazine.
Rock on, man. You also mentioned you might have it in another magazine coming up?
Another what?
You got any other offers to get into any other magazines?
I might be getting another magazine here pretty quick. It's a Rat Rod magazine. There's a guy that lives up in St. Louis that's got a rat rod painted up about the same as my bike, and we're trying to get together to get a photo shoot done.
Oh, rock on! What kind of rat rods he got?
Oh, it's just like an old international truck, and he's got the same thing, and he got the bomb look on it. He's got the tiger mouth, the eyes, the whole ball wax. His bike and my car next to each other just look badass.
Oh, rock on, man, rock on. You've already had this, by the pictures, it's been professionally shot, right?
What was that, man?
By the look of it, these photos, you've had it professionally shot, correct? By a professional photographer?
Yeah, most of the photos I sent you, this is when I had the photo shoot done.
Rock on.
Our images.
Rock on. Well, I'm telling you what, man, he does a kick-ass job. He got the lines, good. Everything.
He's the main photographer and editor for Rat Rod magazine right now.
Oh, rock on, rock on. Well, he captured the lines, he captured the shadow, everything, man. It's a great picture of it.
He did some good work.
Right. What's the old lady think about you riding?
She likes it. Like I said, I had to get the Ultra Classic. Now at least she can go for a ride.
Uh-huh. Right. What did she first say to you when you said, "Hey, honey, I want to get a bike"?
She didn't even know until it showed up for her, more or less. I said, "Hey, I'm getting a motorcycle." She's like, "Okay." Hey, it cost me nothing. I traded a toolbox for it.
Right. Most old ladies would be like screaming at you, and "What are you doing? You're gonna get yourself killed," type of stuff.
No, she took it pretty good. The kids were all shocked. They never thought they'd see their dad on a bike like this.
Rock on. That is cool right there, man. 50 years old, man. That's some cool shit. You get up on a hardtail and stuff like that, and that's some badass shit. You got stuff half kids your age can't even get on.
Yeah, no kidding. As they say, they call them the kidney busters.
Oh, they call them that for a freaking reason, let me tell you. The one actually pictured behind me on that poster was an old 77 CB750 that we chopped out.
Right.
We called it the Crooked Mile, and boy, yeah, I only bar hopped on that son of a bitch. Then I did an old sporty, because me, I love sporties. I love them. I love them to death, especially when I was in the city of Chicago. We used to, because we can go in and out of traffic real freaking quick with them bikes. And again, sporties, the sky's the limit of what you can do.
Oh, yeah.
How do you like your new Ultra, man? What kind of events have you gone to?
It's an 03 100th anniversary. I picked up last year, just so I got something a little bit, more comfortable to ride, and I can take a wife, and we can just go off cruising, whatever. And it's just, I had to get something else. I just, once you get riding, like I said, I never rode until, 48 years old, and, started off on a hardtail, and like, well, I got to get, I just started liking it so much, I was like, I need to get something I can ride more.
Mm-hmm. Right. Rock on.
You can only do so much on this hardtail, and, your back's done.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of hard to ride, but heck, I rode it every day back and forth to work. I ride this thing as much as I can.
Right. Rock and roll, man. Well, that's cool stuff, man. We really appreciate having you on the show and talking about your bike. And
I appreciate it.
She's a pretty one, let me tell you, man. I seen that, and I was like, hell yeah, we got to get them on.
I appreciate it, Hollywood, man.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you later.
All right, see you.
Man, that's a good one. That's Dave Stephenson's old school bike right there. And that's something that I want to do. So everybody out in the chat room, if you want to get on the air with me, send me a bike. Let's talk about it, because this is Motorcycle Madhouse. It's not just about the politics going on in the biker community or the MC community, but let's get some fun going, the parties. We're going to be covering a lot of parties this year. I'm actually talking to a strip club. We might go live in a strip club pretty soon, but let's get some bikes in, send it and I made a new address up for everybody. That way you can send it in, because that way it don't get mixed with all the other platforms. YouTube at bikernewsnetwork.com. You send them in over to me. We'll talk about it. We'll get you on the air. And hey, Ironhead, you're next, man. So let's get you on the air. Let's talk about that old scooter of yours and shit like that. But I really appreciate everybody joining in on the show. Hopefully this phone sounded good today. I was freaking messing with it, and messing with it. And hopefully it finally sounds good so we can start taking some calls next week and getting the show back on track. If you got an Ask Hollywood question, send it over to James at BikerNewsNetwork.com or again, info at InsaneThrottleBikerNews.com. Facebook, we have a new page dedicated just for the streaming of the channel or of the show. It's called Harley Riders. Go over there, check it out. But until then, I'll talk to you guys later. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. Don't forget, China Doll is on Sunday at 11 o'clock with China Chat. And she's nervous as hell, so give her a little break, guys, man. Help her out, ask a lot of questions, keep her moving. And I'll talk to you later. Have a good weekend. Thanks for watching Motorcycle Madhouse Live. We're on Monday through Friday from 7 to 7:30. Check out some of these videos of our archives. Get to know us. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We appreciate all your support. We'll see you next time.